Hi everyone, ready for another edition of Amare Wave Wednesday, putting love to work. Today's topic is about spiritual growth, and it builds on the work of Michael Beckwith, a really profound spiritual leader based out of the LA area. The idea is there's 4 stages of spiritual growth, and each stage represents a fundamental orientation to life and to leadership. The first stage is life happens to me. This is a victim mindset. I don't have any control. I'm not empowered. Things just happen. It's all circumstances. This person did this person did that to me, and so on. Now, there is truth for some of us in life. That's how it is. But we can choose to go beyond that. And most of us have the power to do so. So going beyond the first stage, which is life happens to me, the more victim mindset, or it could be a narcissistic mindset as well, just slightly different flavor. Moving beyond that means going to life happens by me. And in this stage, we feel empowered. We are taking control of our lives and saying, I'm not a victim of circumstance. I can affect what happens to me. I can make change. I can create my reality in business and in life. I can create my reality. And it's a much more whole and as I'm saying this, I'm sitting up straighter, just a more empowered feeling and perspective on how you move through life. So that's when we move from victim to creation, and a lot happens through our thinking, and we begin to manifest things. What happens next? We move from life happens by me to life happens through me. And this means letting go of control. So in the second phase, life happens to me, you are taking control. Now we're moving beyond that, and it's not easy. We're moving beyond that to letting go of control and recognizing we are part of something greater than ourselves. There are these mighty forces that are at effect. I can do my part and work in harmony with these other forces. We are partners. But it basically says, here I am, this human being, and here's what I do in my work and my life. And there's these other things that affect life as well. And I want to work in concert with them. So there's a sense of belonging together. We're in this together. And it's a powerful place to be. You're still exerting your influence. There's more of a, not just thinking, but a feeling aspect to it as well, as you're trusting that there are other forces that are benevolent and supportive. The fourth stage is life happens as me. What does that mean? That means there's no more separation. To move to this stage, we let go of any sense of separation where there's me and there's everything else. It's a huge challenge to do. And many of us meditate for decades and do our spiritual work and just have glimpses of it. Maybe you've had that experience, and hopefully a lot of them, and hopefully you'll have a lot more. But in this stage where there's an aspect of grace where we're doing our part and we recognize that we are at the same time an individual, a unique expression of the greater whole, and an integral part of that greater whole. So it's slightly different than life happens through me, where I'm a channel. This is life happens as me. There is no difference between me and the rest of the universe, the rest of consciousness, the rest of life. It's a tough one to conceive of sometimes and seemingly more abstract. But again, maybe you'll have moments of it and different things can bring it on. But I encourage you to explore these 4 stages of spiritual growth. And to do so begs the question, does spirituality even belong in business, in leadership development? I say, hell yes, why not? We don't want to leave part of ourselves behind. We all have a spiritual nature, a spiritual yearning, I believe. That's certainly what I've seen, and that's the people I've been fortunate to work with. And we might as well develop it because the benefits to the business are extraordinary, just extraordinary. So I wish you well as you move on your path. You identify where you're at and make a choice. What stage of spiritual growth you will work toward. And in the newsletter, I pose the questions, the challenges, the growth challenges that we discussed here about surrendering, victimhood, control, and so on. So I invite you to take a look, share it widely. Let's get more and more leaders on board with this and catching the Amare Wave.